Yo, y'all already know. Welcome. This is Frederick the Mayor. I come with different layers, and I never forget to say my prayers. And I hope you don't need the. I already know the vibes. We in the building. We're gonna get right into this Diddy documentary. Everybody talking about it. Shouts out to Never Gave Up because he be having the audio of the Joe Buttons podcast and none of the visuals because Joe Buttons ain't having it. He will copyright strike yo behind in a minute. So we're gonna get right into it. The Diddy documentary, I seen it, and well, boy, I tell you, 50 Cent is just trying to destroy Diddy legacy. I don't even know how he got the footage. I'm quite sure they're gonna get into that. So without further ado, here we go.
She looking at him like, yo,
Did she speak? Did she?
Yo, everybody been talking about this Diddy documentary that was done by 50 Cent, so we had to see what the Joe Budden review is hitting for. Y'all better like the video. Y'all better subscribe. Let's get it.
takes a lot of the reasonable doubt away. Like, they do a good job of laying it at his feet. I was pissed by episode 2.
Really?
I was absolutely pissed by episode
Pissed at the doc or pissed at Puff?
Yeah.
2. Puff.
Oh, okay.
Because the way the doc is framing it was Big didn't want to go to LA at all. Like that little segment, and we maybe have heard that before. This doc did a good job of making you say, right after Pac dies, why would Biggie want to go to LA to finish recording the album? Like that just sounds real stupid to
Yeah,
me.
it does a little bit.
It does.
And then they got interviews with all these key people where even if they are saying something you heard before, they saying a little more in depth. So they got the guy saying, I forgot his name, sorry. They got him saying, yo, Biggie was supposed to go to LA and then run with me over to London 2 days later, but that didn't happen. He was urged to stay. I mean, and then they get into the swapping of the Rolling Stone cover. Again, more things that you have heard, but
It's framed differently.
somebody, and again, maybe that's 50, there's somebody in the know putting this timeline together. Yeah, I was saying fuck him for
Yo, I ain't gonna hold you. 50 Cent is a master at work, and he is diabolical. I thought Cameron was bad. This is something totally different. This is a guy you do not want to mess with. 50 Cent basically showed the documentary. The timeline is correct. Joe Buttons is reviewing it, and he's like, yo, it made him upset with Diddy. I'm not gonna lie. When I watched it, it kind of made me upset with Diddy in a lot of ways. And I had to remember though that, editors can like they said, framing things in a certain way to make things seem a lot worse than what they are. You know what I'm saying? It's called sensationalizing. So I just keep that in mind. But again, I was still upset at Diddy, and I didn't even get to episode 2. So that'll tell you a lot. But we're gonna continue to go into Joe Budden's review of this Diddy saga.
the big by episode 2.
Wow.
Yeah, it was.
I gotta watch this tonight.
It
Yeah,
was
I'm watching today for sure.
For sure.
episode 3. Then they get into the women and just where this
That life, yeah.
you know where it goes. And 4 is the end.
Okay.
And 4 is the end.
How was it in? Like at him
Now.
okay.
Now, Cassie, they got footage of, they got all the footage. They got footage of Ryan Leslie bringing Cassie in the conference room and then Puff at the head, and then them in the studio with Puff saying, yeah, I like this song, but I want to love it. I need a rapper need to do this part that you on, Ryan Leslie. And then there was no more Ryan Leslie. Then it was Kim Porter was the wife, but then Cassie was the wifey. And then when Kim Porter would come around, he was saying Cassie to go to the spa or some shit because they couldn't be around each other. Then they got fucking Albie Shore in there. Got Eric Sermon in there talking about Misa.
Wow.
Talking, when Puff met Misa, yada, yada. Like, it's just
Wow.
a whirlwind of shit.
Yo, your man Puff is a different breed. It's like when he saw something he wanted, he had to have it. That's how the documentary points it out, and it shows him acting out in that way. Like man, I wish I could just go to a reference right now, but I can't. But please check out that documentary on Netflix. It's diabolical and entertaining. And Puff is really mad about it. And I know it's killing him the fact that he can't really do much about it. Netflix put it out. Most he could do is try to sue from in there, but trying to get a lawsuit from in, he might not receive that money for 11 years. By the time he get that money for these single and made 3 times that much money off that documentary. So it's just all bad for Puff in this situation.
I won't call it a hit piece because they did focus on his success as well.
Okay.
And that's the story they were telling. It's like,
But the success drove him to be a monster? Is that how they framed it?
no, I won't say that. But the guy that got away at every turn and continued to rise and rise more. And then when this got dead, the Danity Kane, they went into the whole making the band shit and what that looked like with today's ears and climate. His relationship with Aubrey and how he was sending her shit on some.
Did they put her in?
Yo, I'm masturbating tonight. I'm gonna think of you, and yeah, I want to fuck. And when that didn't go right, then they pan right to the footage of him kicking out the group, and she looking at him like,
Oh wow.
she looking at him like, yo,
Did she speak? Did she speak in the doc?
Huh?
Did she speak in the doc?
I think so.
That's so
It's all fuzzy. It's all fuzzy.
I know you just.
Yeah,
I
you
know,
just
I know,
did-
I know.
you
Rewatch it. You have to rewatch
Oh no,
it.
this is.
It's all fuzzy, but she looked at him like, my man. Really? Because he's sitting there saying, you're not provocative enough. You're not promiscuous.
Oh shit.
Right, nigga. Word.
Yeah, and then it got into when I was done with Danity Kane, he fucking X'd that whole group, took Dawn, put in Dirty Money. Now it's him in the group, so he's the focus. The story they kept trying to tell was he always wanted to be the focus. The executive who had all of these artists, but
Wanted to be the man.
I'm the artist.
I'm a star.
So
Suge was right.
fuck
Yeah,
y'all.
that's when you insert the Suge
Yeah,
speech
like,
from the
sound like Suge
social
was right.
words.
Yeah.
Well, then they got into Suge. They got into what he said at the.
One thing I will say about Diddy, he did always want to like be in front of the spotlight as a producer. So he kind of used his artists to put him in front because he didn't have the talent to actually be a writer rapper. He could actually perform a song though. Diddy could perform very well, but he just wasn't someone who could write and actually come from a perspective that was probably hot because he used writers for most of his music. So that's what tells me that story. But this is crazy. And Joe Buttons is kind of right on about everything about the Danity Kane stuff and all of that. That was in episode 1, so I know about that part. And man, Diddy is not looking good. He's not looking good with this one. You know what I'm saying? The baby oil, you don't look good. He's already locked up. The documentary is phenomenally put together. It's well edited. I wonder, y'all let me know in the comments what y'all think Diddy is thinking right now while he in the cell. Please let me know in the comments because Diddy got to be stressed out. And do y'all think this is just a smear campaign on Diddy to just destroy his legacy, or is this all just true facts and people are reporting it as so? Y'all let me know in the comments because this is really diabolical. Y'all gotta go see it. Don't forget to like, subscribe, leave a comment, and don't be scared to swipe over and hit that hype button if you want to, because this is what we doing. And also, if y'all want to see some cinematography, if y'all want to see some vlogs and stuff, go check out FMTV_life. That's my other channel right there. Go check that out. We got a lot of like creative stuff we got going on over there because that's what I do. I'm a videographer and a director when I'm not giving reviews. So without further ado, we're gonna get back into Joe Budden's review.
Source Awards, what Puff said at the Source Awards, how Suge was Albie Shore's bodyguard, and how that turned to executive. And this was just a very well done piece involving a lot of info that you know, but
Framed.
framed a certain way and with some more shit. because they have footage of, and this is what I guess Puff's people was beefing about. They have footage of like 6 days before the arrest.
Yeah.
They got fresh footage of him in the car.
Oh shit.
Goddamn.
Him talking to lawyers. I saw him arguing.
Yeah, him talking to lawyers. That's the clip that was going viral yesterday, was him in Harlem hugging people. Oh, that they didn't do that no good either. The doc was like, and when everybody turned their back on him, it was totally over. Now you're back in Harlem. Now you're walking around. You're a man of the people and all of these. Like, they was making it seem. No, they're not making it seem. At one point, they said he don't fuck with black people.
Oh shit.
Damn.
Yeah.
They said that shit. They had one of his male escorts on. And the dude said every March 9th, religiously, no matter where I was, him and Cassie flew me out to be where they was at.
That's a little
specifically on March 9th.
Wow.
That's a little creepy.
That's a little.
That's what I'm saying. There's a lot of other shit that was just like, and then later on he goes on to say that toward the end of their whatever they were doing, they would collect his semen in a cup. And he didn't say nothing for a few times, and then finally he did. He was like, yo, what the fuck
Are you
Yeah,
cool
fuck
about
that
that?
all my
y'all
shit.
doing with my semen?
Yeah.
And they said Puff was like, yo, I like to make her drink it, play with it, douse in it. Why? What's the problem with it? And then they have him on that type of shit very early too. Earlier
Yo, my God. Yo, another person's jaw semen over your jaw. You want to watch her play with it and stay with it. And oh my goodness. Yo, no. Puff, say it ain't so. Nah, we ain't. Yo, your man wicked. See, I ain't get that far into it, man. I ain't get that far into it because I ain't gonna lie, the doc make you sad, especially if you ever was a Puff fan. It make you more sad because, you know, me being from Harlem, we always looked up to Harlem. They got the part said, Harlem, we made it. Mount Vernon, we made it. Oh my God, Puff. You really did that. Mm. And the way Joe Butters is doing him ain't no better. Like his review, and from his point of view, which is a lot of people's point of view, and Joe Butters is a trusted word amongst the YouTube community, amongst the YouTube watchers. So, Ooh, this boy is not missing, man. Mr. Joe Buttons himself. Wow. He is breaking it down. He's breaking it down. He's letting me know some parts that I'm not even privy to right now. I'm gonna go back and watch it some more though, but we gotta let this man cook.
then all of this, but you know that's there.
Yeah.
You know that's there. But back to the Dirty Money shit. From making the band to Dirty Money, the story that they were telling in there, the other girl from Dirty Money, I forgot her name.
Kalia?
And let me just say, the Dirty Money album is a classic.
It is.
a great album.
The Dirty Money album is a
And
classic.
a remix album too. Fire. They did a remix album.
So they got her saying that the relationship between Puff and Dawn was very strange as well. Like, if you ever met a billionaire, what would you do to be his girl or be in his
Concubine, whatever.
Yeah.
Kalina. Is her name.
All while Cassie is there. So it's just, it's a lot of facts. It's a lot of footage. However they got the footage, it certainly helped in this story they were telling. It did.
Right.
It did. Wow. It did make you feel like at the end he didn't get enough time.
Really?
Really?
It would have to. They show the shine shit. Yeah. They show the girl. They show too much shit to where it's like, if you don't believe this, or if this did.
This is the part where Joe Buttons is like it makes him look like he need more time. Wow. He makes me, I really gotta go rewatch this. Y'all let me know in the comments if y'all seen the Diddy Netflix doc. And did it give you any of these same feelings that Joe Buttons is talking about? Because right now Joe Buttons is going crazy on him, saying that it makes you feel like Diddy needed more time. Y'all let me know in the comments, did Diddy need more time in jail? Do y'all feel that Diddy should be in jail for more time? Y'all let me know, man, because I'm telling you right now, this is diabolical stuff. This is diabolical. I ain't gonna lie to you. Makes no sense, actually. But Joe Buttons. I'm gonna let him continue a little bit more. This is the review of the Diddy Netflix special. I believe it's called Sean Combs The Reckoning. That's the name of the docu series. It's out on Netflix. Go check it out. It's crazy entertaining. I think the world is surprised that Mr. Combs himself. I am definitely shocked. I would say hurt as a person that actually looked up to Mr. Combs, because at one time he was the pinnacle of not only Harlem but American society. As a black man that's successful in the music industry, he was everything you thought you wanted to be, and now we see that he's everything none of us wanted to be. And I just feel like he wanted so much power and he became so much greedy. And the more power that he actually got, the more power he knew he could attain. And it got to the point where he even tried to gain power over the powers that gave him power. And that's when you start getting too big for your bridges and not understanding where your lane is. And when you sign certain contracts and you make certain deals with certain people, um, you can't just do what you want to do. And especially when everyone knows you've been getting away with a lot of stuff for years, especially after this documentary coming out, and especially after you got Joe Buttons reviewing and confirming all of these things that are been going on and stuff that people probably been knew, but it being put together puts Mr. Combs in a whole different light than we ever seen him before. So please let me know in the comments how y'all feel about Sean Puffy Combs and everything he's going through. Does he deserve more time? Did he get his just due? Like, let me know. Shoot, if he deserved way harsher sentencing than that. Y'all let me know in the comments. Please keep it respectful. Y'all already know for the vibes. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. Y'all already know we're gonna get right into this. This is academics review on what's going on with Diddy. This is gonna be a two-part series. You're gonna see the first part and this part all in the same video. But please check it out. This Diddy Netflix trial is going crazy. But as I do here, I talk about what's relative in the community, and what's going on with Diddy is relative because you got so many kids from the hood that want to be stars and want to be mega stars, and they don't actually know what it takes. They don't know what you have to sacrifice to get there. So I'm just going to present what's going on with Diddy, some of the people that had to be involved with Diddy in order to make these sacrifices to be where they at. And that's where we're going with this. We're going to let academics cook. We're not going to show none of the video because we don't want to get copyright stricken. So we're just going to let's play the audio and y'all going to hear academics speak.
They got me feeling like I'm academics. Can't ride no whip.
I think Netflix fibbed on this. But if you ask me, and I'm saying this and I'm saying this selflessly because you won't hear other people say this, because saying this puts in jeopardy of potentially any opportunity I could later have with Netflix. I think Netflix wanted this doc and commissioned this doc, but they wanted to be shiesty. I think they picked 50, and I think they knew that 50 was a good villain to have as the face because they wanted to do shiesty shit.
Y'all let me know. Do y'all agree with that? 50 Cent do seem like a good face for this type of thing. And if you notice anything about the industry at all, you know that, it's always major players in the game. And Diddy was on a high level, and you don't know how many enemies he made on that level. And I don't even think 50 Cent has the money or the power to attain the personal footage from Diddy's team, because that's worth and costs a lot of money. Not to say that 50 Cent doesn't have it. I just don't think it would have been worth it for 50 Cent to come out of pocket for it. That's what I'm saying. But Academics says that he think this was a whole play by Netflix and that they wanted to get down and dirty and that they used 50 Cent. Y'all let me know in the comments how y'all feel about that. Do y'all feel like 50 Cent was just a front runner, a face for this whole Diddy thing and somebody bigger and more powerful was behind it? Y'all let me know. But we're going to continue with Academics.
What you're gonna see is that there's a trailer of this Diddy documentary, which is supposed his own video footage of days and weeks leading up to his arrest that his own team was filming. That they somehow Diddy responded to it later, saying they stole the footage, and Diddy's calling it illegally put it out, but unethically put it out. And I think that Netflix needed somebody to be the face to take that blame. And who better to take the blame than Curtis 50 Cent Jackson? And I really think this is Netflix's thing. I don't think 50 went out of his way and found this. I think Netflix did it. But Netflix needed the face because there was many bids to get the documentary. Many bids. Why did they pick 50? Picking 50, if you guys are a publisher, is a conflict of interest. His baby mama is one of the victims that's involved in the case. How could he provide any type of neutral type of documentary when his baby mama was getting stuffed with 9-inch cocks by these goddamn escorts time after time after time after again? She was having.
Wow. Does Academics have a point? Is that a conflict of interest to even have 50 Cent as the face of Netflix? That's a good point. That's why Academics gets a lot of views, and that's why he's at the top of the game too, because he can break things down in layman's terms and make you think about certain subjects, this being one of them. Y'all let me know in the comments how y'all feel about what's going on.
Having all-star freak-offs. How could the baby father of the victim be the person to give somewhat of a neutral documentary look into the behind the scenes or the life of the guy that is accused of vilifying said person? So I think this was a Netflix play, me personally. I'm going to play you the interview, because now 50 is on the front lines doing interviews for the documentary that's going to launch on Netflix in 3 days. Yes, December 4th. Also, I want to point this out. I want to point this out before I get into it. I'm not going to stop it in between. So that's why I'm doing my soliloquy now. I want to point this out, chat. I want to point this out. 50 posted this. He says, "This is the message Jay-Z sent me when he's realized he's not in the Diddy doc." I don't think, ironically, this. Wait. When is the Diddy doc coming out? It's coming out the 2nd.
So as y'all can see, Academics is talking about before the actual Diddy um um documentary even dropped, right? So now he's going into how this whole thing is set up and how 50 Cent is even actually doing interviews about it. And all of this is interesting to me because 50 Cent seems to be now the new pinnacle of everything. And we gotta respect it. And 50 Cent doesn't, have too much, bad stuff on his name as far as like what Diddy has with the freak offs and everything he has going on with Cassie and being locked up at this point in his lifetime. 50 Cent already did whatever time he was gonna do, apparently. So, and Academics is just trying to break it down word for word, play by play. So I'm gonna let him continue. But I want y'all to give this some thought and think about, is this an attack on Diddy? Actually, this is a perspective on Academics standing up for Diddy. And he even said in the beginning of this that he is probably Xing himself out of any opportunities he would ever have with Netflix. And that may be true. The thing I want to know is why. Why would you go out on a limb and stick up for Diddy in such a way? Is it him being a real person, or does he have an agenda? Is somebody on Diddy's team, down with him? We don't know. We gotta just ask these questions and boggle our minds as people that's just in the community, asking questions and wanting to understand what's going on the higher levels. Because a lot of times you don't want to really go through them doors to see, but if you're allowed to go through them doors to see, Sometimes, if you're lucky to get out, then you get to tell a story. But some people, unfortunately, when they make it out, it's always a sad story. So we're gonna let Act continue this because it's relevant to our community.
I don't think it's ironic that it's coming out 2 days before Jay-Z's birthday. I think 50 got access to grind, whatever you might think it is, with Diddy. And if I'm Jay right now, Jay better have a war chest for 50. Because when 50 could drop a guillotine on this nigga, it's going to be hell to pay. Trust me. He's already, even when he's focused on Diddy, because he know he got Diddy down bad. Diddy's already getting stomped out. He's calling the YNs. Oh, now we beating this nigga's ass. But he's basically looking over like, nigga, eventually I'm going to catch you like that. Remember that. He's dropping it 2 days before Jay's birthday. Remember that. Anyway, let me play this. Watch.
Never before seen footage of Sean Diddy Combs in the days leading up to his arrest in New York last September.
You want to put the stuff in my fanny pack, King?
The exclusive video obtained by Netflix shows Combs debating with his lawyers about strategy.
Listen to me. I'm going to get off the phone right now, and I am going to let you professionals look at the situation and come back to me with a solution. No matter what nobody said. Let's just, here and there, y'all are not working together the right way. We're losing.
The footage is part of a new, highly anticipated docuseries by director Alex Stapleton and rapper and executive producer Curtis 50 Cent Jackson, titled Sean Combs, The Reckoning. Was there anything that surprised you when you were watching?
I think it was surprising that he actually filmed it.
It was very interesting to watch a man who's known for his brand
Ruger Red,
presence.
thank you.
You know, he has a really amazing knack for marketing and all of that, and how he was sort of taking that into account in how he was coming off to the public.
The exclusive video also shows Combs in Harlem greeting fans.
I'll accept it. I need some hand sanitizer. Hold on. I got it. I've been out in the streets amongst the people. Yeah, I gotta take a bath.
Oh my God. Ironically, you know what people said? Yo, how come Diddy, who was sopping up all the semen from Cassie's vagina and rubbing it up on his nipples and having week-long or weekend-long freak-offs where multiple dudes was peeing on his girl that he was licking and kissing and fucking, how come that guy's a germaphobe? How come you playing with man milk, rubbing it on your chest, your girl getting peed on, 5 niggas fucking her, y'all got baby oil, all type of stuff, y'all got all type of freaky, nasty shit going on, but you walk down the street, dap up 5 people, and you like, give me some hand sanitizer, I need a shower, these niggas got germs. What? Nigga, huh? How you a germaphobe now? I seen that combo.
Like the amount of people that actually I'm coming in contact with, like that's what I have to do. You know what I'm saying? Oh. It's like 150 hugs.
You're a public person as well, and there was one instance in Harlem, and his reaction when those people
Went away.
Got in
his car and said, I feel like I need to wash. Like I'm dirt. That was.
Now, I'm going to be honest with you. This is where I think the documentary is tainted. I want to just be very clear. I fuck with 50 and everything, but I'm going to be honest, dog. Yo, I'm going to keep... Nigga, I went to Complex Con. Nigga, I dapped up like about 100 people. First of all, I'm one of those people, every time I go on a trip and I'm around mad people and, you know, I'm on planes with people. I got dap up mad people. Every time I come back home, I'm sick. Always. Always sick. So I dap up mad people, whatever, at Complex Con. Nigga, my security who travels with me all the time, he knows me like, bro, he gave me hand sanitizer. Yo, bro, here's hand sanitizer. I don't think the people who love me, who wanted to dap me up or give me a hug is disgusting. Like, bro, you're just, you're trying to keep healthy. But of course, 50 is going to frame it in a way to say, Diddy thinks he's cleaner than y'all. And this is why I think the doc is kind of tainted, bro, because you're taking that, even when the president of the United States, the president of the United States walks through and he shakes some hands or whatever, like, yeah, he does that. Maybe he doesn't say necessarily that, but like, yeah, he's going to get some hand sanitizer and do all that shit. You get 50 who could frame the shit in his own realm to make Diddy look like a monster, that he's some guy who scorns the public. Bro, come on. Like, Diddy was running marathons with people. Pause. Like, no, like, pause. He was doing 5K marathons. Y'all remember, y'all remember when Diddy was doing marathons? Diddy Marathon NYC. Like, yo, Diddy's always been a guy that's kind of been off the people. Like, Diddy's been off the people way more than 50, respectfully. And this is where I'm like, yo, and I'm in media, so I know he who controls the story and controls the narrative is the ruler. This is why I've always said media is so powerful. Because now you get 50 telling the story of Diddy. He's not going to look at that and be like, yo, bro, your 50 sometimes goes, when he was selling the FN vodka thing, he would go to these store openings where they would be starting to sell FN, and he would go there for sign-ins and take pictures with people who would buy the vodka. I'm pretty sure when he got back in the car, it was like, yo, bro, hey, yo, take some hand sanitizer, make sure you're good. We going to the next stop. But he's weaponizing it against Diddy, like Diddy's some really, oh, I'm disgusted with regular people. Like, and I think that's where the documentary, and that's why I'm blaming Netflix, is like, I love 50 and everything, but bro, you're tainting a documentary because it's clear 50 is taking micro moments to make this nigga look like a monster.
Harlem, and his reaction when those people
went away.
Got in the
car and said, I feel like I need to wash. Like I'm dirt. That was it show you his character.
Was that the reason for including it?
Yeah. I mean, what's the odds that you would do that in front of a camera? Like that's one of the moments where he forgot he was on tape.
How do you respond to people who say that it's more about the disdain that you have for Sean Combs than it is for giving the victims a platform?
What they consider a pre-existing beef, right, for 20 years, right, is me being uncomfortable with him suggesting that he takes me shopping, or
and this is where I think 50's also good. 50's also mastered media. I'm surprised 50 hasn't launched a huge media company, even though he has this new thing called 50 Tentash. I don't know what it's called, but 50. The reason why you have issues with Diddy is many micro moments, or not micro moments, but like the deal with is it Mace? Yeah, Mace, or potentially signing Mace. It's Diddy supposedly trying to almost block you from signing initially. It's mad different things over time. So and then ultimately to him fucking your baby mama and whoring her out and turning into a prostitute that was fucking multiple prostitutes and escorts at his very whim. Him peeing on her, him doing things that you would never do to her because you loved her. That's why you decided to have a kid with her. That's where it comes from. So when you're like, oh, people think my beef with him stems from him wanting to take me shopping. No, you're smart. That's the thing you mentioned on the Breakfast Club. But there's many things behind the scenes that you always felt that Diddy was slighting you.
That you have for Sean Combs than it is for giving the victims a platform.
What they consider a pre-existing beef, right, for 20 years, right, is me being uncomfortable with him suggesting that he takes me shopping, or I looked at it like it was like a tester, like maybe you'll come play with me, type of thing, right? And it's not personal.
I think it's important to also let people know that the show is not completely the perspectives of people that did not like Sean. We weren't trying to just get the highlights, the salacious details, that the real goal was to storytell. And not everyone needed to have an allegation to be a part of this project.
The 4-part series also features 2 jurors from Combs' trial who are speaking for the first.
Oh, wow. There's 2 jurors who are speaking. Wow.
Time about how they reached their mixed verdict, finding Combs guilty.
I don't know. Y'all let me know in the comments. Do y'all think this whole thing is a Diddy smear campaign? Because that's what Akademiks is trying to say. Me personally, I feel like a lot of this is, Diddy having to suffer the consequences of being out there as a freaky guy. And I think that they're using some of his behind the scenes antics to make him look more of a monster. He's probably a monster. I'm not saying Diddy's probably not a very mean person and probably not a person that wants things his way. But I believe there is in some ways magnification of this and what's being shown, except for like, damn. Then when you go back to what happened with Cassie in the hotel, you start thinking like, damn. You know what I mean? But let's be serious, man. That doesn't that one instance in a person's life shouldn't make them that shouldn't define their whole everything. So, because Diddy has piled up so much more information and so much more drama surrounding himself, I think it just makes it look that much more for him. I don't know. I'm trying to play devil's advocate a little bit, but it's just looking really, really not good for Mr. Combs right now. Y'all let me know in the comments. This is Frederick the Mayor, and Academics, he tried, man. Don't forget to like, subscribe, leave a comment, and share if you want. Don't even be scared to scroll down in the comment section to your right and hit the hype button. You already know the vibes. I'm going to catch you later.